Today, with this video, I'm going to change your world. I've spoken with some expert Betfair traders and they're going to reveal the turning point that made them profitable. So like I said, I've spoken with some expert traders who are very profitable and I've asked them to share their advice on what they wish that they'd listened to earlier. Now you might roll your eyes at this, but the truth is, if you aren't profitable and these people are, you need to ask yourself why. You might already know what these people are saying, but if you're not using it, you don't really know it, do you? Now, these people will want just like you, and they have given their advice on what they wish they'd listened to earlier. I'm just going to share with you what they said so that you can listen to it way before they did, so that you can become profitable a lot quicker than it took them. So the first one is test. I don't know how many times I jumped on a strategy with real money based on just a handful of results. It took quite a while to really grasp how much data is needed to feel confident about the long-term profitability of any kind of strategy. This is a really, really good one because I find so many people don't test their strategy, they just jump on it. And that's not very good. You need lots and lots of results before you know whether a strategy is any good or not. One of the things it also does is show you the likely variance of a strategy. I have seen so many people jump off a strategy because it's so-called losing strategy, only for the next month they would have had the best month they've ever had using that strategy because of variance, and they just couldn't understand that or accept that. Number two, develop one strategy and fine-tune it. Really, really straightforward, really, really simple. So many people jump around strategies, focus on one, get it profitable, and then move on. Now, I can't tell you the one profitable strategy to use. You need to build that yourself. If you're struggling to build that, if you comment the word Super Trader below, I'll give you my Super Trader framework, which will help you build your own strategy. It has helped hundreds, probably thousands of traders now build profitable strategies. It's that simple. Number three, this is a big one. I think the best advice someone, particularly if it came from someone like you or another trader, would be there's no secret formula or secret to Betfair. It takes consistent discipline and a plan. For years I was thinking that there are some pro secrets that only a select few know about, and I was determined to find it. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Trying to find angles in markets and calculating everything. I've done everything that you can think of. I once put my whole bank on a Brazilian Confederations Cup game. They won 1-0 last minute, but we can't continue to do that. Me and a friend used to lay horses. We would do quite well. Just reading the Racing Post. Read the write-ups. Looked what horse was, not looking that good. Never won, course, distance, etc. We were doing really, really well until my friend, good lesson here, was a pure thrill seeker. Always made us double up after a loser. I mean, we were only doing £10 stakes, but that built up. And you guessed it, a horse called Sparky, can't ever forget that one, won the race. So we lost the bet. We lost all of the bank. So in short, after all my expensive lessons, there's no secret. If you are disciplined, consistent, and stick to a plan, you'll get there. Oh, this is nice. Oh, and you could, of course, join BTC, Betfair Trading Community. So in short, Ryan, that's what I wish I knew before. So that's the story and a timeline that you've probably all been on. Just jumping on absolutely everything, scattergunning your trades, and then realizing that you can't continue to do this. Really, really straightforward. Again, none of this advice either is rocket science. I think this one really, really picks up on the point that there isn't a secret. I was talking to Steve Howe about this as well, and he said when he used to do his courses, people used to say if they had to leave early and they couldn't stay for the evening drink session, or they had to leave the session earlier, can you make notes for me for when he reveals the secret sauce? And he always used to say there is no secret sauce. There really, really isn't. Number four, the advice I wish I'd taken sooner would be to record my trades. Before joining Betfair Trading Community, I never recorded anything. Now I spend a fair bit of time updating and studying my spreadsheets. I'm convinced that's a major reason why I've started making more consistent profits. So a big thanks to all you guys for making me see the light. What gets tracked, gets measured, and gets attention. You can't hide then from that data. You know very, very straightforward whether your strategy works or not. It's really, really easy. There's 2 more pieces of advice. You should stick around and get them all. Number 5, the best advice is people only fail for 3 reasons in sports trading: staking and money management, psychology, and edge. All 3 are interconnected. The best advice is work and edge in a market, record all your results in Excel or Google Sheets, backtest your stake properly, stick to a plan, and believe you can earn like, I can never say that name, Psychoff, and this will put you ahead of 95% of people in the market. Very, very true. Work on your strategy, work on your money management, work on your psychology, job done. If you are struggling with your psychology, then the last 3 videos that I put out on this YouTube channel, they will solve that for you. They'll literally solve that for you. In fact, if you comment the word questions as well, I'll give you all the questions that you need to answer, and then you'll be able to do that. Number 6 is the last one. Everything about my approach was wrong. My whole approach was wrong. It was driven purely on greed and ignorance to the patience and skill it takes to become successful. I was living in a fantasy land, thinking I'd be retired by the end of the month. I kind of feel like I can't say that word right now, having had that approach, and I am and will be forever grateful for Betfair trading community for changing, and Ian at FTS for changing everything I was doing wrong. The hours of video, podcasts, and reading a forum from a distance has really molded me into shape to give me the best chance of succeeding. I'm not the full package as of yet, but I'm happy where I am, and my vision goals are headed. So to answer your question, I should have followed or never got to be unrealistic and not ignorant towards how hard it actually is to become successful. Not have a bad attitude towards it just because I've tagged it to the gambling industry, and listen carefully to anyone out there that's giving genuine help and advice. I think that's an amazing one to end on as well, because so many people come into this thinking that they're going to be a millionaire overnight, just like the trotters. It's not going to happen. And to not be ignorant about that. And that's a great one for this video. So many people won't watch this video all the way to the end, or they just will breeze over these, but these are people that have been where you are. They were ignorant to the advice. They then took the advice, actually listened to the advice, applied it to their trading, and now they are very, very, very profitable. And you can do the exact same as well. So if you watch my videos, you know at the end of the video, I give you a word where you comment that word, it lets me know that you've watched the video all the way to the end, and it builds that sense of community around all of us here. Today's word, I literally make these up on the fly as well. I try and think of something from the video and then pull it in. I'm going to go with the word sparky. Okay, so if you comment the word sparky, it lets me know that you watched this video all the way to the end, and then we can have a bit of a conversation. You can also add something to that as well if you want. If you want to tell me something about this video, if you think it was good, if you think it was rubbish, give me some feedback on it, let me know, and I'll see you next week for another video.